Can the president participate in trickle-down politics?
Well, we're going to have to wait and see. Now, of course, later today, French President Emmanuel Macron touches down in the United States for 3 days of meetings, and it's going to be a lot of pomp and circumstances. They're going to plant a tree on the South Lawn with President Trump and the First Lady. They're going to visit Mount Vernon to see George Washington's tomb. And all of this comes, of course, as they're going to be spending a lot of time together this evening, one-on-one and alone time with their wives. It's going to be interesting because of what last week the French president said with regards to Syria policy, and that he was able to convince President Trump about Syria to make a long-term commitment in Syria. But to bring it back to Jared Bernstein, that's a globalist type of economic world vision, something that the French president shares in common with Mr. Bernstein, Joe Biden's economist-in-chief, so to speak. The question becomes whether or not President Trump, as he nears the end of NAFTA negotiations this week, is able to recalibrate and recommit to that type of worldview.
Kevin, there's going to be a royal birth in London. I believe if it's a baby girl, they may call the baby Francine. But whatever it is, the closest we get to the royal thing is a state dinner. Give us a lead here. What is the body language? What's the backstory of this first state dinner you're looking for? Is he really going to serve steak and 2 scoops of ice cream to the president of France?
Well, we don't know if it's going to be Trump steaks or not. And just, I mean, you talk about body language. I mean, that picture over the weekend of the First Lady Melania Trump with former President Obama as well as Michelle Obama. I mean, and then the Bushes. I mean, talk about an interesting display, but it was a nonpartisan moment. It was a welcoming moment to see everyone united. How President Trump puts his mark on his first state dinner is something that will be remarkable, that will be dissected every which way. I'm going to be watching for President Trump planting a tree with the French president on the South Lawn of the White House later this afternoon when Mr. Macron first touches down at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue.